Welcome, beloved. Welcome to Ascension Live. I am Astarius Miraculi, and Ascension Live is presented every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time on Facebook, and every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time on Instagram. There's always enlightening, vibrationally uplifting messages, transmissions, particularly during these times in our world. We could use all of the uplifting messages that we could possibly find. Also, be sure and experience me across the platforms of YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I feel so much gratitude to be touching so many people. Have available more than 670 videos across those three platforms and have been blessed with more than 2.7 million views. I feel so much gratitude to be offering that which is lifting up the world, lifting up the vibrations. We could use a lot of upliftment. Also, be sure and experience my website, astarius.com. I have 22 music albums and a couple of books available there, and I am available for intuitive astrological readings as well as sound healing transmissions with didgeridoo and vocal harmonics. Be sure and leave your comments, because many people are blessed by virtue of that which you share in the comments. I don't read the comments while I'm doing the transmission, but I read everything after the fact and definitely will respond and send you some love at that point. Subject of today is the I and the I am of the storm. It's so important that we be able to position ourselves in the eye of the storm. Position ourselves in the I am of the storm. The eye of the storm, and which is in this case spelled E-Y-E, the eye of the storm, is shaped like an eye, and this is an actuality that the storm, the hurricane, has this place that is called the eye of the storm in the very central core of the storm, and it is absolute, pristine peace. In the middle of all of that turbulence, all of that destruction, is a central core of pristine peace. We have a storm going on in our world right now. We're in world crisis. And yet, even while we're in world crisis, you have the power, beloved, to be in the eye of the storm. The I am of the storm. And we could actually say that that I, E-Y-E, is interchangeable with the I, capital I. And of course, the I am is that name that we share with God in the family of life. When we're in the I am of the storm, we are in the remembrance of who we are in our Godhood, in our goddesshood. You see, because that is something that we are that is eternal, that is unfolding down the corridors of forever, will never cease to be, and will never be outdistanced by any virus, any negativity, any pain, any hatred, any fear. Be in the eye of the storm. Be in the I am of the storm. I was looking through my writings and I came across something I wrote actually in copyright 2018, a couple of years ago. And I call this one, Welcome to the First Moment of the Best of your life. And the first moment of the best of your life is also that which enables you to center yourself in the I of the storm, in the I am of the storm. The first moment of the best of your life is an echo of eternity. When you're in the realization that the moment inside which you exist is a container, a microcosmic container for the macrocosmic eternal all that is. The I of the storm, the I am of the storm, the central core that is uncontaminatable by any negativity, any darkness. The first moment of the best of your life is the memory bank of the entire journey of existence, from beginningless beginning to endless end. The first moment of the best of your life, the eye of the storm, the sacred pause, the stillness in slow motion, is that which reveals the advantage within the adversity. Every moment is the first moment, because every moment is the first of its kind. Every love is your first love, because every love is the first of its kind. Beware of the first moment of the worst of your life. To what are you paying attention? Every moment holds the power of creation. The first moment of the worst of your life is a moment wherein you're giving more attention to destruction, to fear, to chaos, much of which is presented through the media. Not a whole lot of happy stories that is, in the media. A lot of fear-based presentations. You know, we get a lot of information, but not necessarily a lot of heart. Even the protocols that we have around COVID-19, you know, a lot of very logical protocols, but with very little heart, almost no heart. And that's why there's such mass fear going on. The first moment of the best of our life is when we're holding a higher vibration for those who are caught up in fear. And rather than seeing them as an affirmation of that fear, we see a higher vision. We see a resonance of their evolvement that has transcended way beyond that fear. We reach to the future time and we pre-memorate the future reality of the beings that are in fear when they are beyond fear. And so we make that deposit within their soul bank. Infinite power, wisdom, and love is contained within each moment. The first moment of the best of your life is the container for all of the success that is, was, or ever will be. We have that capacity to be in relationship with the oneness of the wholeness of success, because any successful being also exists as a cellular counterpart within each and every one of us. The first moment of the best of our life is when we allow ourselves to feel at one with all of the success that is, was, or ever will be. So, oh my God, look at how successful I am through these legions of expressions, which are also my own self by extension. The first moment of the best of our life is owning all of that. When we are in the eye of the storm, when we are in the eye of the storm, when we are in the I am of the storm, we are invincible, invisible, and invulnerable. When we are in the I and the I am of the storm, we are not assaulted by a virus, by fear, by worry, by hatred, viciousness, malicious bureaucratic control, or any of that. Be in the eye of the storm, in the I am of the storm. The first moment of the best of your life is a container for the joy and the emotional mileage of success even before the manifestation of success. Success exists in formlessness before manifestation. The first moment of the best of your life is when you realize that you are at one with the emotional mileage of success, and you are in deep celebration of success even before the outward manifestation of success. That too is the I of the storm and the I am of the storm. Forgive, believe in yourself, believe in others. Own your ascension and own the ascension of all. Own, allow, receive, manifest, and live your divinity. There is a difference between the first moment of the rest of your life and the first moment of the best of your life. Proclaim this moment as the first moment of the best of your life, where you are at resonance with and dwelling within the I of the storm and the I am of the storm. It's been a little while since I've shared with you the virus cancellation meditation. Feels like a good time to share this. Virus cancellation meditation. I, the great we, am empowered by everything. I, the great we, allow, receive, and eternally send forth the formless and formed reality of our sacred immunity, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and societally. We are empowered by everything. I, the great we, am invincible, invisible, and invulnerable to COVID-19, all viruses, fear, and negativity. We bless the chaos to make it right, reverse the tide, and free the light. This we do by heaven's might to thus fulfill our divine birthright, that only wholeness fills our sight. We see what is needed, that our prayer will be heeded. We see it as though we've already succeeded. We are empowered by everything. We are healthy. We are whole. For this is the truth our Creator has told, and now we allow divine magic to unfold. I, the great we, am led by love, and love shall have its way with all. This is the way of things eternal. Our wellness is co-eternal with God. We bless all those caught up in fear. We bless and love them free, for this is God's divine decree. We forgive those who promote fear and darkness. We know that they will come back home, their fear burned away on compassion's throne. We are empowered by everything. I, the great we, allow, receive, and eternally send forth the formless and formed reality of infinite safety for all. We are safe. We are abundant. We are filled with love and compassion. We realize that all of the wonderfulness, blessings, and goodness of life is our own by extension. We are joined in the feeling frequency of all great realities and blessings. We are jump-started by the infinite multiplication of wonderfulness. I, the great we, am heir to the mansion of absoluteness. We know that where we give our emotional attention is what we breathe life into. Let not our attention be molested by fear, worry, and unconscious media frenzies. Divine Creator, bless the dark media, for they know not what they do. Sweet source of life, guide our attention to focus upon health, wholeness, goodness, abundance, safety, patience, forgiveness, love, compassion, creative expression, a world of wholeness and all good things. We are empowered by everything. I, the great we, see what is needed, that our prayer will be heeded. We see it as though we have already succeeded. We have faith in advance, and good is left not up to chance. We invoke the spirit of fire and purge the enemy of our desire. We make the wise decision to maximize our vision. We are empowered by everything. Some of you may remember that I wrote that very early on in the so-called lockdown in this virus crisis. And that was one that I wrote completely laying in the bed, when I woke up, I was given that download. And so there's a commonality between that and the one I'm about to share with you, because this next download came on Friday. You know, some of you may have already heard it because I presented it in the Instagram live. And it also, you know, as I took out my phone and just, you know, spoke the whole thing in the voice command in my phone before my feet even hit the floor, before I got out of the bed. So that's the commonality of what I just read, the virus cancellation meditation. And this one is called Behind the Mask of COVID-19. Here is the story of COVID-19, a deadly virus that's come on the scene, trying to blind us with fear and with woe, divide us, or trying to blind us with fear and divide us with woe. But we are much stronger than this virus knows. We are born of Creator from heaven above. Our deepest being is wholeness and love. Heart, mind, and soul divinely immune, empowered we are by this would-be doom. While holding that space of 6 feet apart, be in your love and share from your heart. Our life is infinite as God's own breath, so don't be assaulted by fear of death. We walk down the halls of eternity, so calm down, beloved. We are safe. We are free. Let's see what is needed so our prayer will be heeded. Let's see it as though we've already succeeded. Health and wholeness is our divine birthright. Affirming this will thus heal our plight. Though things seem worse than our darkest dream, we will find our way. We will be redeemed to a world without fear and malicious control. A new paradigm is about to unfold. No mask will drive a wedge between us, won't silence our voice, won't break our trust, won't rob us of breath, won't taint us with fear. Our heart mind is open. We are strong and we are clear. No matter what crisis this virus will bring, we are empowered by everything. With eyes of God, we see past the lie, where sickness will perish and death will die. I love that piece. Such a wonderful affirmation of something that we need to be in alignment with so that we can keep that up-leveled spirit of wholeness. And if you'd like to have the words to that, the video that I shot, the live that I shot on Instagram, it's also available on Facebook and it's available on YouTube. You can find the words on YouTube as well as Facebook. It was too many words for Instagram, so I don't have the actual words to the piece on there. Thank you for receiving that. And also, while we're doing the social distancing, you know, do keep your heart open and full of love and share and do what you can do to not have your voice eclipsed. See, this mask is covering the throat chakra. You know, there's a malicious intention behind that, saying that we are meant to be seen and not heard, and that is not the truth. That's the dark thing that we sometimes projected onto little children. But our voice is meant to be heard. We won't let that mask silence our voice, you see, and won't let it rob us of our breath. So remember, when you're outside of the mask, bring more and more and more breath into your body. Breath oxygenates the brain cells, makes the mind sharper. Can't get full breath in through the mask. I'm not shooting down the protocols, but I am saying that we want to be mindful of how not to be diminished in our being by these protocols. You know, sometimes there's such an intense desire to preserve physical life, you know, that in the same breath, there's a tampering with our civil liberties, our God-given right to free will. You know, hold a strong vibration, a strong intention that those bureaucratic powers that be will begin to wake up and will begin to dance in the reality of win-win. If we see it, if enough of us see it, intend it, affirm it, we have tremendous power that exists within the inner sanctum of our being. There's tremendous change that we can evoke by directing consciousness and directing attention and vision in the appropriate way. Don't bemoan the difficulty that we're in. Don't be in the first moment of the worst of your life. We get into bemoaning something and judging something and attacking something, and we're unconsciously breathing more life force into that something. We're meant to be empowered by everything. So don't let this thing drive a wedge between us. Remember your oneness with all beloveds. Even though you see so many beloveds that are practically faceless, can't even really see a physical identity, but affirm the connection that you have with that identity that is behind that mask. We are meant to be empowered by everything. And also bringing more and more breath into your body when you're outside of the mask, and also making an affirmation, that there is the clearing of any of the impurities that you breathe back into your body, from what is expelled. So when we exhale, we also release impurities, that are no longer any good for us. And when we're inside the mask, we then breathe back into the body those impurities that we have expelled. So whatever it is that you can do to make an affirmation of not allowing your being to be physically, mentally, or emotionally diminished by inhaling back in impurities that have been expelled out. Let's be conscious. We can honor the protocols, but we can also stand in the light, the love, the wisdom, and the power of who we really are. So do remember that. I'm going to offer some Reiki energy now, a little transmission of the Reiki frequency. Haven't done this one in a while. In this transmission of Reiki, going to reach into the exalted future for all of our ascended master selves and bringing them into this now moment to beam forth an energy that is bringing about the dissolution of this world crisis that we are in, and bringing about the reality that we are in this now moment empowered and even made stronger. Not so much in spite of, but because of the difficulties that we faced. So I beam forth this Reiki energy. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Seheki, seheki, seheki. Honshaze shonin. Honshaze shonin, honshaze shonin. Daikomyo, daikomyo, daikomyo. Honshaze shonin daikomyo. Honshaze shonin daikomyo. Honshaze shonin daikomyo. On mountain heights of heaven's land, I now invoke the master plan, because it's my divine birthright. I'm giving back my cosmic sight. At dawn of life, I was so high with the angels I did fly. I now dissolve all blinding pain. The ancient times come again. I now ascend a higher plane. Ancient times come again. 'Tis in the name of holy peace that all my blessings now increase. My great abundance now comply with power of my single eye. I bless the darkness, make it right, reverse the tide and free the light. God, Goddess, make my power ever pure, else let the power not endure. I love and lift my fellow man and woman and understand the master plan for me. There's simply nothing new except that which my soul once knew. First I spin at speed of light, within, without, come now my sight. Almighty Spirit, Elohim, make truth of this my cosmic dream. Yes, my eye is really single with light, my body does now tingle. Oh, my soul is so brand new, I now know all that I once knew. Ascended clan, I'm calling you to guide me on my way back home. I deeply yearn to now return and claim my ascension throne. The fifth dimension and beyond, inheritance above the sky. To heaven's call I now respond, in higher realms forever fly. Ascended clan, I ask for this not only for myself. Let every being upon this earth partake of heaven's wealth. Even under earth herself she also would return. To end the madness of this flesh, a fire within us burns. Please help us to remember that we all are innocent, and by mercy and compassion unto heaven earth is sent. Resurrection of ascension, and God is found in man and woman, and we all are family members of the great ascended clan. The love of God within my heart has healed and set me free. A love that is because I am, therefore I love me. Among the great ascended clan I am eternally. Love you so much.